Hello, my name is Michael Lee of the editor group, and today I'm going to talk about the insight summary for the solution validation issue number 1306, which looks at navigating to settings. So for this solution validation, it was an unmoderated study looking at three tasks. First one was to find the name of a protected tag in the repository. So the goal of this solution validation was to see if presented with new ways of navigating to settings, which way would users choose? So we have this button in the middle here. So this allows you to navigate to settings, and also as well as a settings link down here. Um, Most people chose this settings link. Out of the five, only one person chose this. So clicking into this, the user would then be prompted to look up the name of the protected tag. So in this case, the answer would be trunk. So as you can see, the users would have to like scroll down, and this was something that through observation saw that like even though the UI is cleaned up, there's actually a lot of sections within our settings, and potentially we could look at different ways of kind of showing an outline of available different areas within a different section somehow, perhaps an outline with a list or something like that to help you navigate to what you need to the most. So once that they discovered that the name of the protected tag, what then the next action was to navigate back to the repository session, repository page. Ideally, they would click on this button here, but most people miss that completely and just clicked on repository. We're going to look at another solution validation where we're going to observe, like revisit how breadcrumbs and navigation work together. So that's going to be for a future issue. The second task was taking a look at merge request settings. So navigating from a merge request to settings. And in this first scenario, the task was to look at deleting this design approval rule and seeing how people would navigate to it. There are three areas to navigate in this prototype. So there's this link up in here, this link on the right-hand side in the sidebar, and the settings. And so most all the participants are familiar with GitLab, so they went immediately to settings, and from here they would search. And for merge request settings here, they couldn't find it, but they could quickly see that because the left nav is visible, merge request rules are on a separate page here. So clicking onto there, merge requests are on individual area. So from within here, they can just click here and click delete. And then the action here was to go back to the merge request that they came from, and nobody did that, completed that test. So we're going to take a look at more solution validation around how do you get back to the page that you started at. But things that we can take away from this was consolidating, pulling out merge requests into its own page will help with discoverability, especially if we are moving with the direction of having most of these sections expanded. Merge requests already has a lot of items in there, so allowing it to have its own page makes a lot of sense. And the third test was looking at ways to navigate to settings again, but this time to rename the approval rules. Because this task was sequenced right after the previous one, if users clicked on this, they would be prompted with a modal that says, we want you to take a look at somewhere else to click on the screen. And one person clicked on the sidebar, but majority of the people, because it's related to approvers, clicked on this approval rule. And here we're experimenting with our panel. This is the most ideal state of it, where it shows only the settings required for it. But in a spirit of MVC, I think the first iterations would have like all the merge request rules in here. And the task here was to rename design to team members. So looking at this interaction pattern where a modal pops on top of a panel, This was easy for people to follow, and no one complained about distractions or stuff. People commented that this felt faster than what they're accustomed to, and for some reason the prototype doesn't work anymore. And yeah, there should be like a toast that pops up from here, but yeah, the toast was also recognized as a good way to provide feedback for what's going on in the page. So yes, in a nutshell, that's what we did for solution validation. You can review the insight summaries in Dovetail, and a link to it will be provided within the research issue. Thank you very much. Bye.